Hi everyone, and welcome to part 1 of my SketchUp tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to learn the basics of SketchUp, how to open a project, how to save a project, and a little bit about navigating the workspace, and we will start building our tiny little model home. So to create a new project, I just want to point out before we click Create New, there is a drop-down menu with this arrow, and what this drop-down menu allows you the choice of is the units that you will use in SketchUp. By default, I like to use feet and inches. It's architectural feet and inches since most of what we'll be doing in my class anyways involves architecture. So we'll click Architectural Feet and Inches, and when you click and select that, it will automatically create a new project for you. Now, the first thing you will notice is there's a human standing there. SketchUp adds the human there as a reference point to give you a sense of scale as you build your project, so you know how big it is compared to a human. Before we start building or anything, I want to tell you how to navigate SketchUp because the navigating can get a little tricky. If you have a mouse with a middle scroll wheel that's clickable, which I highly recommend you use, you can use the mouse to zoom in and out, scroll up and down, just like you would in a program called Tinkercad. If you want to rotate the screen, spin the screen, you actually click the scroll wheel and it will change to these red and green arrows, and as you move the mouse, clicking the scroll wheel will allow you to rotate the camera. Now let's say you want to pan or shift the camera. You hold down the Shift key, so you can't see me doing it, but I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard, and then I'm going to click that scroll wheel, and it turns into a hand, and the hand can be used to pan the camera side to side. So we have zoom in and out, we have click the scroll wheel to spin around, and we have shift click the scroll wheel to pan side to side. Now if you don't have a 3-button mouse with a scroll wheel, or you're using the touchpad on your Chromebook, you can still navigate. It's just a little more tricky. The navigating tool is over on the left on the very bottom. It gives you a bunch of different choices. The first one is orbit. So if I have orbit selected, then I can just click how I normally would with a mouse or on my touchpad and use that to spin. Notice the person in the middle is only a 2-dimensional object, so you won't spin and see the sides or back of the person. If I want to pan the camera, I'll click this and select the hand, and now I can click and grab the screen and slide the screen left to right, up or down. If you want to zoom in and out and you don't have a scroll wheel, you'll select the magnifying glass, and then when I click and hold my mouse, if I slide up and down, that will zoom the camera in and out. So there you are for how to navigate